Hello and welcome back to Petology. As you can see, today we are back in my kitchen for Detoxing Your Kitchen Part 2, a continuation of our Detox Your Life With Me series. Let's go. First thing on our list today, number 1 is tea. Tea bags. You may not know, but tea bags are usually chlorine bleached. They contain things like dioxin, epichlorohydrin. These two chemicals in particular are very reactive. So when they come in contact with water, they actually hydrolyze and turn into a carcinogen, which is a cancer-causing material when it is in the body. Obviously, we want to avoid carcinogens as much as possible. That is the number one reason I made the series, because there are a lot of people who do not have a lot of information about these kind of things, or there's a lot of misinformation about these things, a lot of pushing things under the rug and thinking, well, if I only drink tea every once in a while, I'll be fine. And that's not the case. Once these chemicals hydrolyze and complete the hydrolyzing process, they can stay inside the body for up to 11 years. That's a crazy long time. You could go to get 2.5 different degrees from college. Holy cow. My solution for this that I've been using for many, many years is very simple, and that is to switch to tea infusers. This is one that's super easy to use, super easy to clean. You just put it on top of your mug, and when it comes time to clean it, take it out. You only have to wash this part. This part stays clean. And it just has like a cute little design. I got this at a craft fair many years ago. And the second one is a tea infuser that you actually put the full thing into the tea. One of my other favorites. So it just comes like that. You put your loose leaf tea in there, fill it up, let it steep 3 to 5 minutes, and you're in business. The next option is to use a cloth tea bag of any kind. There are biodegradable tea bags that kind of look like thin paper bags, and those are also disposable and good for the earth. And then there is this option, which is a cloth tea bag. I got some tea in this, and now it's a reusable tea bag for all the rest of my teas as well. And you just put tea in here just like you normally would, loose leaf tea, let it steep. You dump it out into the garbage and just hand wash it. You could use this for years and years and years. Get plenty of use out of it before you need to throw it away. So if you do have teas that are just your absolute go-tos, your favorite kinds that come in pre-bagged tea only, like these are two of my favorites. This peppermint one, so good. And then this Harney and Sons cinnamon spice, so good. Those are two of my favorites, and unfortunately they only come in bagged tea. So my solution for this would be to just rip open the pre-bagged tea and dump it in an infuser or a cloth bag. Infuse and enjoy your tea. Next up for number 2 are toxic household cleaners. This goes without saying that most cleaning products are not up to par with health regulations and those sort of things. Some of my favorite cleaners are by the Home and Planet. They also make the Beauty and Planet products. There's not a lot of crap in here. It's not the most perfect option, but I would say it is a good middle ground between something like bleach or Clorox and a homemade cleaner. If you would like to make your own household cleaner, all you need is some white vinegar and a half a cup of water. You can mix those together and put them in a spray bottle. And something else I love to do and to add to it that is optional is adding some essential oils. So this is the Citrus Fresh Young Living. I use both Young Living and doTERRA. I like them both, and bada bing, you have your own homemade non-toxic cleaner. It just helps to make your kitchen, whatever you're cleaning, just have that beautiful, just citrusy light aroma that smells like you just cleaned, and it doesn't smell like you're dyeing Easter eggs by just using vinegar. At least that's what I think vinegar smells like. That's like my instant association is dyeing Easter eggs. Okay, next up is number 3, which is just cooking spray. It doesn't matter what brand it is, just cooking spray in general. Cooking spray by itself is hypothetically not much of an issue. The problem comes with the soy lecithin that is inside the product. In order to get this ingredient out of a raw soybean, They have to combine it with hexane, and then it'll kind of release that soybean oil lecithin that you need to make a spray product, such as cooking spray. And this can cause some severe neurological damage, which obviously we want to avoid. Cooking spray, unfortunately, also has dimethyl polysiloxane. This chemical is a silicone-based polymer, and you may also think that's a familiar saying because that is very similar to plastic. So this acts as an anti-foaming agent so that when you spray your cooking spray, it's not coming out as foam, it's coming out as a liquid spray to coat your pan. This ingredient is most commonly found in things like fast food, your contact solution, nail polish, shampoos, and lotions. So it is in a lot of other household products that you use. The reason it's concerning is because you are ingesting it. This can cause inflammation and damage to your GI tract. The last concerning ingredient in here is isobutane. So this is a category 1 and 2 carcinogenic chemical or ingredient. So this means that it is a known carcinogen, that's in the category 1, and it is known to be mutagenic. Isobutane is known to cause throat and nose irritation, dizziness, and can also lead to heart palpitations when ingested. Isobutane is the ingredient used in different things that require a gas to come out or a spray, but a liquid to stay liquid inside of a container. So isobutane is that nice little middleman that's like, hey, you go be a gas, you stay a liquid, I'm here. It's like the crossing guard at your kid's school. So of course we want to avoid this at all costs. So my go-to is either plain old butter to, butter a pan, or my all-time favorite is just some good old extra virgin olive oil. Old-fashioned olive oil. With olive oil, you get healthy fats. You can help to balance your blood sugar. It has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, just bring that down systemically in your body. So a lot of people are like, oh, olive oil isn't, low calorie enough for me. I don't care about those kind of things, and so I am more in it for the health of my body. If it's carcinogenic, if it's toxic in any way, I would rather have more healthy fat than care about calorie counting. If that makes sense. We all love a good olive oil. Moving right along to number 4, and that is baking powder. Baking powder is, of course, a super common ingredient. That is because it just makes baking flawless, helps things to rise in the cooking. However, I recommend a baking powder without aluminum. So you can see this one is totally aluminum free. So you might remember 5th grade science class learning about aluminum. It is Earth's most abundant mineral. This element is in absolutely everything you could think of. It's in rocks, it's in soil, it's in the air we breathe every single day in very, very small amounts. It's in the food we eat, it's in our water. Why would we add it to baking soda then, you wonder? So sodium aluminum phosphate and sodium aluminum sulfate are compounds that become very acidic when they are heated. A similar ingredient that is found in the cream of tartar, just the tartar, used to be added to baking powder kind of in the olden days as a rising agent, a fluffing agent for baked goods. But a cheaper alternative came around, and that was aluminum. What is aluminum found in? We can find aluminum, of course, in aluminum cans that you drink your ginger ale out of, airplanes, pots, aluminum foil, the roof on your house, fireworks on the 4th of July. There's aluminum likely in the lining of your furnace, deodorant, antacids. There's likely even aluminum in the astringent that you put on your face after washing your face to close your pores. So many places that we would never think that this elemental compound of the earth it could be found in. So what happens if you are adding aluminum into your baking or your cooking? And you can look at the cdc.gov and lots of different places for these, but there are studies that link Alzheimer's to the ingestion of aluminum in high doses. It is linked to a ton of neurotoxicities. It is also linked to kidney disease and kidney failure because it is almost fully excreted in the urine. There are also a lot of cases where the ingestion of high doses of aluminum or aluminum over time in large quantities have led to bone issues, a lot of bone diseases. This is because in the stomach, when aluminum enters the stomach and is absorbed through the stomach, it stops the production of phosphate, which is needed for healthy bones. Of course, for health reasons, we want to eliminate aluminum from our baking powder. That's the number one reason, of course. But the second reason is that if you heat up the baking powder too much in the oven within your recipe, you will actually end up with a very metallic tasting dish. All in all, I would say this is another just very easy, simple way to kind of just ease yourself into a healthier, non-toxic lifestyle. Plus, your baked goods will no longer taste like metal, so you're welcome. All right, you guys, and last but certainly not least is number 5, feeling alive. Dishwasher detergent. I use pods. I'm a pod girl. Pop them in there, get going. I used to be a Finish jet dry kind of user. These were my go-tos. You can tell I still have a lot of them because I switched over a while ago to a safer product, but now I know better and I made that change for a healthier lifestyle. If you were to look up these Finish dishwasher jet dry Powerball pods on the EWG or the Environmental Working Group website, you will find that they are rated a D, big fat D rating, which is very bad. This is straight from the EWG website. The reason it's rated a poor D rating is because it is known for developmental, endocrine, reproductive, general, and systemic effects, as well as changes in vision, DNA damage, the nervous system, skin effects, as well as many carcinogens, such as polyethylene glycol. It has red number 6 and 7 just to color that stupid little thing that goes away. Like, why would you put artificial dye in there? I don't care what my dishwasher pod looks like. Cadmium, arsenic, and even lead. It literally has rat poison in lead. What? Just blows my mind every time I think about that. So all of that is wrapped up in this dyed little package, and you're spreading that on all of your dishes. Many times your soap in your dishwasher is not fully rinsed, even on a double rinse cycle. So that's sitting on your plate. You're gonna go put your food on it and eat it, or heat it up even worse and then eat it. Bad situation. No, no, no. My solution for this, you guys, I did so much research before I bought these. It is so incredibly sad how freaking difficult it is to find healthy alternatives that do not have fragrances and just all of this literal crap put into it. This is what I found. Puracy dishwasher detergent packs. They are cute little packs. There's no artificial colors in there. It's just gonna wash our dishes. I don't need it to look like a rainbow, you know? You can tell, like, even if your hands are a little sticky, it starts to dissolve. This is not an artificial, like, nasty plastic that's usually on these. You can even tell in a difference. This one looks like the plastic that comes on your kids' toys for Christmas. And this one is already dissolving because my hand has some water on it. Next up are the ingredients. They claim that this product is 99.5% natural. Everything in there is biodegradable. The first ingredient is sodium citrate, which is a plant-based water softener. Never tested on animals. It's cruelty-free. Everything in here is naturally derived. It's hypoallergenic, it's vegan, it's biodegradable, and it's actually developed by doctors, which is really stinking cool. I got the free and clear option. They do have I think it's a citrus one, and I'm not a big fragrance person on my dishes. I feel like it affects the taste of food, and I cook a lot of like pretty intricate meals, and I don't want the flavor affected by like artificial or non-artificial, just like essential oil on my food.
These are also extremely affordable. Finished pods at Target will run you $13.49, whereas these are $2.50 more for peace of mind.
I'm very skeptical. I want to make sure things are, 100% kind of pure, biodegradable, all of those good things for your health before I invest in them and use them, because these other options are usually a little bit more pricey, but in my opinion, like I've said throughout this whole video, worth it. What I think is very interesting is that my dishes have never been cleaner. No spots, they're not sticky, there's literally zero residue, whereas when I was using these guys from Finish, they even have a drying agent in there, and my dishes, spots all over them. And I think it's so cool that you can use something without any bad stuff in it, and it does a way better job, just like whammies the dishes. So I definitely recommend switching those dishwasher pods. Such an easy change. It might cost you a couple extra dollars, but it is so worth it to keep you and your family safe and away from as many chemicals as possible. So that is it, you guys, for today. Those were my next 5 Detox Your Kitchen with Me hacks. I hope that you learned something and that you were challenged today and that you can go out this week and implement at least one of these changes. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you later.